This one is from season 3, so not too long ago now, seeming as season 4 has kicked in not too long ago with new Shigaraki and such. Of course, go check those videos out if you haven't already. So this was a game where we carried Mr. Insane Frosty, who is a phenomenal player, amazing player, such a great talent for this game. But he was AFK at the start of the game. As you can see, that's why he is over at, the other side of the planet. Compared to me and UV, we both dropped over here. You can see, like, on the replay here, when I'm looking at my map, I'm like, where the hell is this guy? And, yeah, so whatever it was he was doing, it had the poor man occupied. So me and UV had to do a job for him. And, yeah, so this is going to be that match. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. We had to, employ some subterfuge, some grit, just to stay alive as the game progresses. So yeah, I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. Again, I make it very clear every time when it is a replay match and when it isn't. This is obviously a replay match, but you know how it is. You've been here long enough. You know the games are good. You know the commentary's good. So what more could you possibly ask for? That's the thing, really, when it comes to things like that. When you commentate live, you can't process and deliver your thoughts quite as clearly because you having to, occupy a lot of space in your brain for actually doing the job itself. Which is why when you see a lot of guys do commentary and they're playing live at the same time, at the end of the day, they're really just commentating what they're doing in the moment. Really are just commentating exactly what's happening. It's like a Planet Earth documentary. But when it's not, you can get more thoughts out there and explore into more directions with your brain, and maybe explain more what you're doing as well. So there's pros and cons to both styles. Look at that. I don't know what made him give me all of this stuff, but I was grateful for it. So good to have teammates like that who just give you stuff if they don't need it. Who do you guys think currently in Season 4 is the hardest character for you to deal with? I still think the hardest character for me to deal with is Ida. It's ever since Season 1, to be honest. Ever since Season 1, Ida has always been like the hardest guy to deal with. Just because of how he is and what he gets away with. For me, he's just always been the hardest guy. And I don't mean, when you fight... I don't mean like that. When you beat Idas like that, when they're half busy or they're running from someone. No, I mean when an Ida is purposefully chasing you down specifically and you can't have anyone help you. That's when Ida is the toughest guy, I think, to deal with in this game. Because he can just pressure the hell out of you. And unless you have like a certain character, he is gonna just get his way. Most of the time he's just gonna get his way. Like I said, unless you have like a very particular counter for him. So yeah, for me personally, I think Ida is my my hardest. This Aizawa was on it, man. He was wanting me big time. And then I had a Mount Stun down there. It was going everywhere. Look at me and Twice are fighting for our lives. My boy UV out here playing like a demon with me. Look at this guy, man. He was antsy for it. Antsy. Oh my gosh, he just tried to use me as a skateboard. Look at that, I'm like, see you later, special action, and he was like, nah, I don't think so. As I was sure can be dangerous too. See what I mean? This match was frantic. At this point I'm thinking, why did Frosty have to go and, cook dinner at this point in time? Why could he not have done it for another match? Or whatever it was he was doing. So the action was so jam-packed, so frightening that we kind of just ended up coming over to Frosty's corpse just by the nature of it. And at this point, I just trusted UV. I was like, I hope he's gonna be okay. I think he'll be fine. And then this is when I did this for him. Look at that, boom, and there's a happy Twice. See a big smile beneath that mask, and no doubt. I saw Kota over there as well, but bigger problems to deal with, man. Bigger problems to deal with. It kind of sucks because, like, in recent times when I've played this game, every time I see Kota, it is not the right time to go get him, and I just can't really enjoy that. You know, there's either someone on my back, or I need to go help someone pronto, and if I'm there trying to calm Kota's timid nerves, my teammate's gonna die. You know, it goes crazy. So, unfortunately, I haven't really been able to get Kota lately these days. Even when I've spotted him, just because, you know, things are going off the rails. This, again, is Season 3. So, as you can see, this aiming system is Season 3 aiming system. I don't like that aim assist was brought back, personally. Or at least, you know, the strength of the aim assist that it is now has come back. I thought Season 3 aim assist was great, the way it was. But, I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that, but I just felt as if Season 3's aim assist was more based around skill for your aiming. You was rewarded for being a good shooter. And good shooters, you know, could do their stuff, and people who weren't good shooters couldn't get away with it. And I just think that was a better state for the game. And now you're just basically playing laser tag again, which I think the Season 1 and Season 2 was. Now players who probably wouldn't have been hitting you in certain situations are now hitting you in situations, not because, you know, they deserve to hit you, but because it's just easier to hit you. I don't know, it's a weird one. Again, I know some people are really happy that it's back. I'm not happy that it's back. I just don't... Wow, look at that. Look at some Street Fighter combo there. But yeah, me personally, I'm not thrilled about it. I think having the strong aim assist back in the game, it just... the only people who lose out are the people who are actually good at aiming. Because then everyone can hit you easier now. And you've just got like this weird magnetic pull on your shots because the aim system's trying to, you know, ragdoll you like it's Hulk v Loki in the Avengers movie. And if you take aim assist off completely, you know, then you've got no help. You either have no help with your aim whatsoever, and you're just left to the wilderness of free aiming without like a single shred of, you know, support. Or you have to just cave into this, you know, sticky tack. New aim assist. Well, I'm not saying new aim assist, old aim assist brought back. But that's just my opinion. Don't you just love those straight one bangs, you know? You just come across a guy who's so fucked up. All it takes is one hit. You feel like Saitama, but with ranged. Frosty's still down. We've got his tick, but it's just been so crazy we haven't been able to get him in the game. But, you know, thankfully to me and Yuvi's work, we've stayed in this game. And, you know, these people, like, they are not playing around. They were trying to get the both of us out hard in that midpoint. I don't know if you guys even noticed as well. In Season 3 was the rise of the stun characters. And I don't think a lot of you guys know that. Know why that was. It was because of the aim. The reason why Season 3 was Rise of the Stun Warriors is because no one could hit their shots properly anymore because there was no aim assist in the same way that it is, you know, back again now. So all of the Bakugos could no longer hit people reliably. All of the Dekus, Todorokis, none of them could hit people reliably. And that's not me, like, you know, trying to diss them for it. It's just the fact of the matter was their accuracy wasn't that good when they didn't have the strong aim assist there. So they switched to people that they could hit their shots with reliably by stunning people. Which is why you see a lot of mountain ladies. A lot of mountain ladies don't really have good aim. The reason why they don't have good aim is because all they need to do is stun someone, and when that person is standing still, stunned, then anyone can hit them. Same with Denki. When you do the Gamma Charge, at least I'm talking about in Season 3 that is, when you hit them with the stun, they're stuck in place. And when someone's stuck in place, They are very, very easy to hit after that. That's why you had the rise of the stun warriors. For those, I'm sure most of you know this, but just maybe in case some of you didn't. That's why you had Rise of the Stun Warriors in Season 3, because no one could aim, well not say no one, but many players couldn't aim properly the way that they used to with ranged characters because of the aim change, and it made a lot of people want to hit their shots easier by stunning people in place and then punishing them for tons of damage. That's essentially what it came down to for a lot of people. Not everybody. Before someone was like, that wasn't the case with me. Yeah, I'm sure, I know there's some real bad boys in the comments. You know, I know you guys are real shooters, but a lot of people wasn't the case, and that's why you saw a lot of stun. And now I'm curious. I haven't played tons of Season 4 yet, but I wonder if we're gonna get a lot of stun the same way, or if a lot of shooters are gonna come back. There's nothing better than getting an eater down, because most of the time when it happens, you know you've been struggling with that dude for ages. And then a Froppy just comes and licks his fucking cheeks, and he gets right back up. You know what I mean? And then he interrupts your gamma with his alpha. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Welcome to My Hero Ultra Rumble. Whoa, look at that. That forced my hand. That one forced my hand. You know, she was about to put me down for good. I was like, oh shit, I need to use this. But I think you needed to have reactions for that one, because that one was bold. Look at that, walking the tightrope here. Honestly, and look, and now we finally get Frosty back in the mix. All of this time hanging in there, now we finally get Frosty. Fashionably late. I'm telling you right now, and I don't care who I upset, Toga should not have two knife rushes. That is a joke. For the damage it does, and for the mobility it gives her, why does she have two of those? Are you kidding me? Like, are you seriously telling me she needs two knife rushes? And before you say anything, also take into the fact that she can switch out into a completely new person with completely refreshed cooldowns, and then use their abilities, and then go back to herself again, and she's gonna have two knife rushes again. Why does she have two knife rushes? Give that broad one. I'm telling you, man, that knife slag, she needs one knife rush at most. One knife rush at most. You can't be having two knife rushes and then being able to switch into another guy, use all of their quirks, come back, oh, I got my knife rushes back. What is that? It's outrageous. I'm telling you, a lot of people, they talk about Ida a lot, they talk about All Might a lot, they talk about a lot of people, but a lot of the times Toga doesn't get mentioned. And I'll be honest, it's because not just any goon can choose Toga and be awesome with her. I will say that. Not just any goon can pick her and do work. But when you have a level of understanding, that's when her foolishness and her unfair abilities come into play. You know? Like, a new player playing Ida can get in your face and cause you trouble. You know? Just generally. A new player with Toga can't do that because there's nuance there. But even though there's nuance, it doesn't change the fact that it is a ridiculous kit that offers so much nonsensical behavior for like completely unwarranted reasons. So that's my tiny rant on Toga. Like, that knife rush, she should not have two of those. One of those. Especially, you know, with how her transformation and quirk usage and blah 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 all goes. Look at this guy. I carried Frosty. He's a real joker, but a good guy. So if you see him out there in the field, just run away. He's very good. But in this game, we carried him. In this game, it was me and Yuvi who did the job. But we were happy to have him there at the end. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that game. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. See you. I'll put another game after this. We'll put another game after this. I don't know if it'll have commentary or not though. But anyway, on to the next. Alright, second game, and this one was actually crazy. This is season 4, so this is current season. And this game was frantic and stressful. So if you thought the last match was stressful, this match is even more stressful. So this is current season. And you know, at the start of every season, all of the leaderboard grinders are, you know, playing every game like their family are being held hostage, you know? Like the last thing they ever saw of their father was that he was in an orange jumpsuit surrounded by guys like wielding scimitars, and they're like, you know, send us the money, all this shit, and they gotta win this next game, otherwise it's all over for them, you know? That's how these guys play at the start of every season. Every beginning of the new seasons, these guys are playing this game like it's the Hunger Games for real. And this match like encapsulated that entire thing. Why does she have two of those, man? That is hilarious to me. And like that one, I saw you do that right in front of me too. And she breaks everything with that move. That knife rush move has got to go. I'm not bringing it up again. This rant has went post game 1, but it just knife rush is too much, man. It really is. It's just got way too much going for it. Look at that. There's nothing I want more right now than just to be able to run back in there and just force feed that Toga all of my grenades. These 2 fat grenades. I just want to dunk them in her mouth and let an explosion go off. You know, very, very, very suspicious word in there, but you understand exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't mean it in the weird way. I mean it in the literal way. I needed my betas going boom, boom. But again, it was so dirty, so filthy in that little corner there. I couldn't pull it off. If I did, I would have died doing it. And both of my guys are down. Emotional one, you know. I'm sort of looking around thinking, good start. I don't know about that one. I think this start is as bad as it can possibly get. The only way a start to a match like this gets any worse is if, you know, I get a home invasion while I'm playing. Like this start, and then someone kicks my door in and just starts choking me out with, you know, the slim side of a baseball bat. It's the only way this match gets worse. So, at this point, I was thinking, I'm in trouble here. But we have Frosty's marker. We just need to get Young Rich. Young Rich, currently dead Rich, but we will make him back to alive Rich. Believe that. Believe that. Who said that in WWE? That was The Shield. The Shield, yeah. Believe that. Back when everyone actually loved Roman Reigns. And these days everyone's just kind of sick of him. Roman Reigns had a funny... I'm not a big WWE guy, but obviously I watched it enough to like sort of be able to make this comment. You know, when Roman Reigns first came on the scene with the Shield, everybody loved him. He had such a weird relationship with the wrestling fans. When Roman Reigns showed up in the Shield, everybody loved him. They were like, this is the coolest guy ever. And then when he went solo, everyone was like, we've had enough of this guy. Please get him away from us. And then he got like really good again, and then was like, we love him again, and now everyone hates him again. He's so up and down, but not in like a storyline reaction way where he's facing his heel, but you know, it's like the Cena way where people actually genuinely disliked him no matter what was going on with him. You know, regardless of whether or not they were supposed to cheer or dislike him. You know, it was like separate from the story. People would, you know, the story would want you to love him, but everyone would hate him. It was one of those ones. But he's good though. He's good. Also, I think people should have. I don't even think people should. I think people do appreciate Cena a lot more when they look back on him now, because obviously when he was in the thick of it with the Cena days, I think everyone was really just upset with him because they thought he was, you know, busting a lot of storylines because he was winning all the time and blah 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 and this and that. But I think when they look back on it, they see how important he was to the product and they respect his work rate. But this ain't WWE Ultra Rumble, so I'll put a cap in it there. But a quick one in the comments. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time? Even if you watched wrestling when you was just a kid, or you still watch it to this day, or some variation in between. No matter how long you watched wrestling for, if you just had to, you know, gun to your head, had to say your favorite wrestler of all time, who would it be? Mine would be Kurt Angle. I loved, when I was a wrestling fan, I loved Kurt Angle. Such a well-rounded performer, amazing guy. I've met him in real life as well. Really, really solid fellow. When I met him, he was in TNA. He was the World Heavyweight Champion of TNA. And he came to the UK for photos and you know, DVD signing and stuff. This was a long time ago. And yeah, I met him. He's really, really cool fellow. And I was a young buck, man. I was a young buck. I was still in school. You know, I was like maybe 14, 15, maybe even 13 years old. And I think he had a pay-per-view coming up against Samoa Joe. I think it was Slammiversary. Yeah, he had Slammiversary. No, I think that was the DVD I bought was Slammiversary. I can't remember what it was, but he had a pay-per-view coming up and he was fighting Samoa Joe. When I shook his hand, I told him, I said, make sure you beat Samoa Joe. And he laughed and he said, I will. And then he lost the pay-per-view to Samoa Joe. And, you know, all these years later, I'm like, this guy must have been laughing in his head when I said that to him. He's like, look at this dumb kid telling me to beat Samoa Joe when I've already got the script. I know I'm losing next week. You know, because obviously it's all predetermined. He's like, man, this little brat doesn't know I'm about to lose. And he's out here telling me to win. And there you have it. Look at that. After all of that, we got our boys back in there. I'm going to tell you guys straight. And I know it's going to sound a little big-headed, but I feel like I kind of deserve it because I don't really get a lot of props anymore these days because people enjoy other creators more than me, I guess. But I'm one of the few My Hero creators who could fill that entire bit of time up, all of that space of me running around doing nothing. I'm one of the only guys who can fill up that time naturally with commentary and conversation. A lot of the other guys will be talking absolute nonsense. I guess I'm, but in a good way, you know. I'll tell you, I can talk when I need to. I can talk forever, and sometimes you're gonna like it, and sometimes you're not gonna like it. But I can talk either way. So you gotta give me some props on it. I know a lot of you guys get annoyed by me sometimes, but you have to say, look, my commentary is there. My commentary is there. I can talk when I need to talk, and then some. You know, I try to not make it boring for you guys. Oh, Mount Lady, get that in your face. I'm trying to think. What other babe would I love in My Hero Ultra Rumble? What other babe? Because Mount Lady's a babe, but she she has terrorized this game for like 2 seasons straight now with her freaking nonsense that I almost don't even like her anymore in that way. I'm like, nah. You know, like when a really hot girl does something that really bothers you so much that you don't even find her attractive anymore. Like she's a stunner, but you're thinking, you know what, screw that girl. She's annoying as hell. I don't care how good she looks in a bikini. What she did annoyed me so much, I'm not even attracted to her. But that's how I'm feeling about Mount Lady these days. Almost close. You know, all of these Mount Lady players and their stomp stance into the alpha nonsense. You know, it's gotten to me so much over the seasons. I don't even know if I can look at her the same anymore. It's not even her fault, really. But yeah, what was I saying? What other babe would I like? I already know you guys are going to say Mirko. Mirko? Is it Mirko or Mirko? I always forget that one. Yeah, I already know, like, 8 out of 10 of you are going to say Mirko for the next adult woman you want in this game. For me, though, I'm going to have to say Lady Nagant. Like, don't get me wrong, Mirko is super fine and super cool. But, I don't know, man. Nagant just is something else to me. Lady Nagant is something else to me. Lady Nagant is so impressive to me that this is a spoiler for obviously season 6 of My Hero. When All For One Even after everything All For One has done in the show, up to season 6, and All For One has done a lot of bad stuff up to season 6. When All For One activated the bombs in the quirk that he gave to Lady Nagant, and it looked like he killed her with that activation, that's the first... This is so stupid. That's the first time after All For One has done anything where I've verbally said out loud, "You've gone too far." After 6 seasons of All For One doing craziness to people, when he detonated Lady Nagant's quirk and I thought she was dead as she was falling, I literally verbally stated, "You've gone too far." That's how you know. So yeah, for me, Lady Nagant is my choice. If I want another fine adult lady in this game, it's gonna be that one. I was gonna ask another question, but you guys are gonna get overloaded. So I already asked about your favorite wrestler of all time, even if you didn't watch wrestling that much. And see how crazy this match is. We have been fighting for our lives non-stop. And my second question was, what adult woman would you want to see added to MHUR Ultra Rumble next? Already. Back sets. You know, I'm looking forward to Bakugo's new quirk set, but I'm just so used to this one. I can't... I'm not saying it's going to be bad, because I don't know. But I'm so used to this Bakugo quirk set, I can't imagine using another one. It was different with Shigaraki, because I barely played that dude anyway. So when the new one came out, I was like, this is great. But I wasn't really used to the other one, because I didn't play him. But this Bakugo, you know, I play him all the time. Well, when I do play anyway, I play him all the time, so it's different. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like the other one enough to switch it up, but you know, we'll see what happens. Anyways, there's 2 games for you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed them. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment. This was a fun one. This video was more fun to commentate than I assumed before I did it, so pretty cool stuff. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the new season. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. Thanks for being here. Peace out.